Guys, it's Chris, and today I have a new tutorial for you. Yes, I have several Fleksy tutorials on my channel, but they just had a major overhaul. This will not be Fleksy VO. This will be the regular Fleksy app, as they have merged again and it is accessible. I tested it for a couple of days before it came out and did a bit of testing on the final build, and I'm really pleased with it. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, I have Fleksy in my dock, which is it hasn't been there for a while, so I'm really happy about it. Let me zoom out here. Sorry about that. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial by first opening the app.
Dock. Fleksy button. Options.
And I do have a premium theme purchased, just because the case on my iPad is blue, my background's blue, and I wanted a blue keyboard. So you get 4 premium themes if you purchase the premium package from within the app for $0.99, I do believe it was. You get red, green, yellow, and blue, and you also get the defaults, the dark and the white. So I'm actually going to go into settings, which is in a different place this time. Settings is actually at the top.
Settings button.
I should probably explain that. Now, Fleksy has completely changed their design. Sorry, my iPad's crooked. It's divided into 3 portions. The bottom portion, which is of course the keyboard. Now, one comment about the keyboard: there are a couple of different things with this particular keyboard. Now, before you could type anywhere on the screen. Well, because they're trying to get a bunch of things sorted out, which for the most part they have, the typing surface is limited to the keyboard. So if you notice, I tap up here, I cannot, but if I tap down here,
Fleksy.
It says Fleksy, which means for voiceover users that it's going into direct touch mode, so you can type like you would normally. Now, as of yet, swipe to the left and hold for quick delete is not here. If you absolutely must have that feature, I recommend using Fleksy VO, but there are so many changes in here that I have Fleksy VO tucked into another folder with the Fleksy beta. But so you have the keyboard. I'll touch more on that later. The middle part is where all of your text is. Now you can actually rotor here, and in the menu, well, there actually is not really a menu. They took out copy and clear. And so what you do is you double tap and hold like you would if you're editing a body of text. It'll bring up the editing menu. You do select all, and then it'll bring up another menu, and you hit copy. Or you could go to the share button on the toolbar, and there's a copy function in there. Now, I use double tap and hold for 2 reasons. Because number 1, I can copy, and number 2, I can just go down to the Fleksy keyboard, swipe to the left 1 time. Sorry, let me focus. Swipe to the left 1 time, and it will delete all of my text because there is no copy and clear. Now, it was a little annoying at first, but you quickly get over it because of all the other stuff you get. The top is where all of the options are. They incorporated the toolbar because they're trying to get a more uniformed look with iOS, because they're incorporating their SDK into so many apps. So, and personally, I like it this way for several reasons. 1, a problem I always had with using Fleksy is that if I tried to use my multitasking gestures, like if I did a 4-finger swipe to the left,
Photos.
it would switch to my photos.
Camera roll.
There's a picture of my dog.
Switching to Fleksy.
If it were the other Fleksy, I would have typed 3 or 4 different letters just then, so when I switched back, I would have had the backspace before I could type. So I like that. Also, in other apps, the gestures do not interfere with what you're doing. So next, I'm going to get into the toolbar, and we'll get started in a moment. So here we are at the toolbar. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit. If you tap on
Options button.
the options button,
Options.
it'll bring out a menu.
Feedback/support.
So the top option
Apps with fleksy.
is the apps with fleksy
Start typing.
option.
Button. Apps with fleksy. 3 of 31. Apps with fleksy.
And this will, I'm not going to open it, but this will actually bring up a list of all of the applications that have the Fleksy SDK installed.
Feedback/support.
That is the We Love Feedback replacement, so you can go there to send them emails.
Gestures.
And that's where the instructions are.
Start typing. Button. Button.
And next comes settings. So I'm going to actually go into settings.
Setting. Gestures.
So there is another place where you can actually have access to the instructions.
Language. English.
There you can change your language.
Fingers palette. Blue.
I'm going to go into themes.
Done.
So
See options.
this is the default theme.
Settings. Button. Language. Fingers palette. Green. Light. See options.
This is the light theme.
Settings. Button. Language. English. Fingers palette. Green. Select green. See options.
There's the green theme.
Settings. Button. Language. Fingers palette. Blue. Select blue.
There's the blue one, which is my favorite.
Settings. Button. Fingers palette. Color. Select color. See
There's
options.
yellow.
Settings. Button. And this one space bar. Fingers palette. Red. See options.
And red.
Settings.
So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to blue.
Yellow. Blue. See option settings.
And go back into settings.
Fingers palette. Space bar row. Switch button. On.
So next you have the spacebar row, which doesn't really do any difference to voiceover users, but what that basically does is switches from them actually using the spacebar to them using gestures, I do believe. I haven't actually tested it, but I'm just guessing.
Invisible keyboard. Switch button. Off.
The invisible keyboard is self-explanatory.
Slide sounds. Switch button. On.
I always leave those on,
Toggle setting.
so I know if I'm doing a gesture correctly.
Keyboard clicks. Switch button. On. Gmail notification. Gmail. Apple the 6.
I always keep those on as well.
Voice feedback. Switch button. Off.
I keep voice feedback off because I have voiceover on, so I just don't really mess with it.
Auto correction. Switch button. On.
Autocorrection is on because my spelling is horrible.
Fast delete. Switch button. On.
Fast delete is on, but I don't really know if that's working.
Privacy. Button. Send anonymous data. Switch button. Off. On.
I didn't know I had that on. I mean off.
About privacy. Restore purchases. Fleksy. Happy typing. Patents pending. Button. Number 5312000. Number 7241192. Save.
So I'm gonna go ahead and save and exit.
Button.
And another awesome thing is with the sharing menu, they're actually using
Button.
the stock iOS sharing menu.
AirDrop recipient placeholder.
So there's AirDrop,
AirDrop share instantly with people nearby. If they message. Button.
a message,
Mail. Button.
email,
Twitter.
Twitter,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Button. Copy. Button. Cancel.
and copy. I'm gonna come out of that.
Options.
And
Button.
next, I will show you how the keyboard works. So, with Fleksy, let me reopen it, because
Dock. Fleksy. Fleksy. Button.
I've showed you the basic layout. Now I'm going to demonstrate its accessibility. So, I'm going to type a random Facebook post. I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand on my iPad. I'm not used to that.
Fleksy. Good. Morning. Everyone. Dot. Hope. U. App. Sip. Dip. Top.
Wow,
View.
that failed.
All. Have. A. Good. Day. Dot.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to share.
Share. Button. AirDrop recipient plate. Facebook.
Facebook it.
Message. Message. Text. Message. Post. Button.
Post it.
Option. Good morning, everyone. Hope you all.
Now, if you notice, the text is still there. Well, they haven't quite resolved this issue on the iPhone yet. So what you can do on the iPhone is one of two things. You could either A, turn voiceover off and single tap and hold on the text field, and then turn voiceover back on and interact with the menu. Or you could just swipe left a bunch of times. Like I said, it's a work in progress. They're still doing things to improve it. As proof of this, they just launched a beta last night, and it fixes a couple of bugs. But let me go ahead and show you an application that has Fleksy built into it that I actually use quite often. So, it's an application called OneWriter.
OneWriter.
Sorry, you can probably hear my dog over there. And the buttons are labeled really weirdly, but after you kind of play with the app, you get used to it. I'm not going to do a complete review of OneWriter just yet. I'm going to wait until Fleksy is until they're done working with their interface. But this is just an example. Sorry about that, but this is just an example of Fleksy in another app.
No document selected. Hamburger button.
The hamburger is the sidebar.
Hamburger. Recent tags. Recent tags. Documents.
Documents.
Wordbox /Wordbox. Imported files too.
And then, where's the add button? I forget.
Add button.
There it is.
Add. New document.
New document.
2014 05 35%.
Plain.
Liana.
Wow.
Plane. Took. Room. Description. Dot. Empty line.
Okay.
Fleksy. This. Us. Is. A. Plane. Room. Dot. Room. Dot. With. Wire. Share. With. Third. Five. Try. With. Blue. Rapid. Rails. Say. Puff. Skull. Blue. Pain. And. And. Dim. Lighting. Dot. Empty line. Page 1 of 3. Plain room description. This is a plain room with blue paint and dim lighting. Text field.
Okay, so that's just kind of an example of what this app does. It's a simple text editor. There are some other features. Hey guys, sorry about that. I ran out of space on my phone when I was shooting. I'm demoing an app that's kind of large right now, and so I don't really have the space to clear out on it. But like I said earlier, that's just a simple text editor. It has some text manipulation features. You could change fonts and do lists and bulleting and numbering and all that stuff. And Fleksy is integrated into it. They are using the latest SDK, which is accessible. They are working on some voiceover bugs right now, and they're going to slowly implement the familiar features that you're used to as they roll out updates. So I hope you enjoyed. Go check it out. Bye.